Hey guys, it's Sandro here, and today's video is just a quick demonstration on restoring the finish on some scratched and oxidized taillights, which are actually on an old 89 Corolla twin cam. Now I've already given the taillight area a clean with some soapy water and actually used a little bit of clay to remove some bonded particles, but my next step here is to give the light an IPA wipe with an isopropyl alcohol mix to remove any lingering residue and apply some masking tape to protect the surrounding paint during polishing. My first step in correction here is to both remove that layer of oxidation and also start to level down the deeper scratches on the light. For that, I'm using a 3-inch Rupes wall pad on a rotary polisher with a heavy cut compound in the form of Scholl Concepts S2 Black. I've initially primed my pad with the compound. I'm going to spread it into the section, and then on a medium machine speed, I'm going to do about 3 to 4 overlapping passes using just moderate pressure and a moderate arm speed. So as we have a look at the results, I can see that almost all the oxidation has been removed, as well as the majority of the scratches. But I can also see a few deeper ones still remaining. So I'm basically just going to repeat the same process to hopefully level down and remove those slightly deeper defects. I'm also blowing out my pad to remove the spent compound and residue, as well as use compressed air to remove any trapped compound on the taillight. And I'm now just applying a couple of drops on the pad as it's already been primed. So after this second set of passes, I see that I've got at least 95% plus of the defects out. But I can also see quite a bit of compound marring or swirls that will need a second step of polishing to remove. For this, I'm switching to my mini dual action polisher with a Lake Country HDO light cutting foam pad and a medium cut compound in the form of Scholl Concepts S20 Black to refine the finish. I'm using speed 5 on my machine with once again a moderate arm speed and pressure and doing 3 to 4 row passes. As you guys will hopefully see, this worked quite well to clean up that previous rotary and wool compounding haze and really start to restore some good gloss and clarity in the plastics. However, I could still see some very light haze in the finish and some micro swirls, meaning that the finish could still be better. For a final polishing step, I used a Lake Country orange HDO polishing pad with a fine compound in the form of Scholl Concepts S30+. I slightly reduced my machine speed, limited the amount of polish on the pad, but otherwise really stuck to the same polishing technique and method. Now once we have a look at the results, hopefully you guys will see quite a dramatic difference with the oxidation and scratches all but gone, and at least 95% plus defect removal which is usually my goal with paint or plastic correction in general. While I correct the second half of the light, I just want to cover a few hopefully helpful points. Being an older car, these taillights don't have a clear coat on them, but on most cars from about the mid to late 90s you will find that they are clear coated. As far as working on clear coated lights versus bare plastic ones, there's honestly not necessarily a huge difference. Just as clear coat can vary from being quite hard to soft, clear uncoated plastics can also vary in the exact same way. On these particular lights, the plastics were actually on the softer side, but I have worked on some other older taillights that had extremely hard plastic. So in the end, you just need to approach them as you would any paint or clear coat, meaning that some will be harder to remove the defects on, so you may need to use more aggressive pads and compounds. And some may be harder to finish well on, meaning that you will need to use finer pads and polishes to restore gloss and clarity. And unlike modern headlights that take a lot more punishment and sustain a lot more heat and UV damage, which tends to lead to yellowing and clear coat failure, tail lights have it much easier and tend to retain their clear coat much longer. And just like protecting paint or clear coat, you should also use a wax, sealant or coating to protect the tail lights after this correction process. In any case, I hope this quick look at tail light restoration was helpful to some of you. As always, I really hope you guys enjoyed and found this video useful. Please share this video, like, comment and subscribe to this channel to show your support for this content, and I'll see you guys soon.